All right, Lady Ada, what is this?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Show and Tell. It's me, Lady Ada. With me is Mr. Lady Ada. We're going to check in with people from around the community, see what they're making, hacking, 3D printing, what they're soldering and sewing. All sorts of S's here on this rainy New York night. Kicking off, we're going to start with Kevin from DigiKey, who's going to give us the DigiKey update.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing tonight?
Hey, guys. Happy day. It's just another day. It's good to see you. So, rainy night in New York, snowy night in Minnesota. What else can we ask for?
And it's very peaceful. I like it when it rains.
Different forms of water. At least it's not chunks of ice right now, at least.
Yeah, it's not too cold. It's just snowing. It's actually kind of peaceful.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, what's going on inside?
So inside DigiKey, we are just about ready to launch our Makerspace Startup Guide, which is everything you need to know to start up a makerspace. Everything. We have 3 different sizes of makerspaces in here, and this has everything you need from prototyping tools, machine shop tools, laser cutting tools, electronics tools, and gadgets, whatever you need, as well as the space and how to set it up properly. So there's some pretty cool information in here. We have some great pictures from universities and makerspaces around the country. And like I said, everything. We have CNC tools. What is it? What kind of price range do you need? I'm just walking through this really quick, but we'll have this up on our website as well as in booklet form that we're going to send out and have as a giveaway. But a good makerspace is going to have a wood shop, sewing machines, laser cutting, everything you need, 3D printing, of course, and electronics. We all love the electronics area.
Yes.
And I have some pictures. Like I said, this upper left picture here, this is from inside DigiKey in one of our little maker spaces that we have, which the poor little area has just not been touched in 9 months. So it's sad, but it's there.
Yeah.
Now we just have our own maker spaces that we make inside of our home.
Yeah, one thing I was actually thinking of, because you were talking about this, and, a few years ago I was part of like a group that awarded grants to schools that did maker spaces. And something that was interesting is that a lot of schools, they have like a cart. So there's like the 3D printing cart. Yep. And it's a cart with drawers and the 3D printer is on top. And then inside the drawers are like, the nozzles and like the repair tools. So you might want to think about that too, because there's some schools that they don't even have like there's literally no fixed maker space. Instead, what they do is they have like the soldering cart,
I have seen that too. They bring the microcontroller cart in, and a lot of schools will have, whether it's Chromebook or iPad, and you can play around with Circuit Playground Express or whatever it may be, learn how to program it on the phone
and stuff. That because it's like you and I are like, oh, he's like a woman's a makerspace, but a lot of schools they actually didn't have a little makerspace, but they had teachers would roll in a cart into the classroom to turn it into like sewing day.
Yeah, we did that at one of the local schools. Is they had a soldering cart, and we brought it in actually to their media center, and we did kind of a learn to solder with a group of about 20 kids, and it was a lot of fun.
Cool.
But yeah, the cart thing is a great idea. I should actually add that to this document. That's a great idea.
Yeah, because you've got like a cart behind you too with the the 3D printer on top of it.
My little Craftsman cart can roll around, and I can bring it out in the living room.
Yeah.
So awesome. we have 3 different sizes of maker spaces in this document. We have the micro, the standard, and then a mega maker space. Really, this is the ultimate maker space.
Oh, that's awesome.
Everything you needed, and it's just that would be something that a big university would have, or a large company would sponsor.
Yeah.
But it kind of breaks down what kind of products you need and what kind of equipment. And then the last couple of pages are just some grid paper to design your makerspace or create notes. And then, of course, we have an ad on the back of it. But There's something that DigiKey's created, and we're just about ready to push it live. So I thought I'd give a little sneak peek into it.
Very cool. Let us know when it's live. We'll get the word out. And one of the things everyone should look at, don't let a crisis go to waste. So you have now probably until the spring to do a lot of fundraising and do a lot of planning. One of the hard things is running a makerspace and then running it as a business at the same time, because you have to be an administrator, then you're also there yourself. Kind of like, we don't get to do enough electronics because we're making the electronics or doing electronic company. But you have some time between now and let's see, at least for a chunk of the winter, probably before you're going to be having a bunch of people in one spot. So
Yeah.
it's a good time to set up that website, that mailing list, codes of conduct, fundraising, all the things that you want to do. You can use maybe the winter break doing that. So this is really good timing.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Even like a university getting ready for next fall, you know, find the space, get everything ready, just like you said, prep yourself.
Yeah, you can only binge, TV so much. This is something that you could do that's productive. All right.
Making it so much funner than TV.
It is.
I should say more fun. Funner isn't really a good word.
It is. Publishing and sharing the things that you do. And, by its nature, the maker movement, we do that. We share stuff. So.
And watching what other people do, it's incredible.
Yeah. You don't get good ideas unless you're around other people that are doing things, I found.
All right, sweet. Thanks for the update.
You bet. You guys take care. Have a good evening.
And we'll get the word out once this is shipping.
Yes.
I will let you guys know.
All right. Okay, next up, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
How you doing?
Doing pretty well. Made some progress on the grayscale e-ink that I wanted to talk about.
Yes.
So I got my production mag tag, which is exciting. And I was talking with John earlier, and he was like, oh, it's weird, like the gradient. So on the bottom here in the actual image, there's like a black to white gradient here. Mm-hmm. And the question is how does CircuitPython interpret it? And the thing at the top was like a reference gradient that he had put in to figure out, kind of like reverse engineer what CircuitPython was doing. But it's very weird because like the white section here is like very narrow. It's not like quarter chunks. And so I looked in the code, and the code, there was a plus where I expected a multiply. So we were like not accounting for like the blue portion of this gray color component. Yeah. So the bottom is the fixed version. So you can see that it's not perfect. Like it lines up in the middle perfect, but the two in the middle are smaller than the outside ones. And I confirmed in the source image that is actually true. So the gradient from black to white in the original BMP is not linear. Exactly linear.
It's like sinusoidal or whatever, sigmoidal.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking for a specific value, and I like did not find it like in halfway between the middle and the end. So I think I fixed that. And then you just requested the busy status, so I'm in the process of adding a busy property to the e-ink for e-paper display class.
You've always wanted to have a clock that's e-ink, and part of that is sleep mode, and knowing when the e-ink is awake or needs to be put to sleep. That's going to be part of it. So it's all small steps to getting towards this perfect clock that you've always wanted. Yeah,
I'm excited. Hopefully tomorrow I'll actually get the time showing on it.
Yeah, this is a team effort. Scott says he wants to do something. Everybody in Adafruit gets together and we make it happen.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. I was joking earlier that there's still so many things I'd love to see. So already replied on Twitter to somebody that I want to see CircuitPython bare metal on the Raspberry Pi 400 in particular.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
I've already subscribed to it in Adafruit, so I'll get one when you've got them.
You and 6,000 other people.
And everyone, stay tuned for a lot of Scott and team's handiwork. The mag tag is a really good example of what you can do with the ESP32S2 CircuitPython and e-ink. Combines it all. So internet stuff, IoT refrigerator magnet. It's not just like a Kickstarter that failed. It's actually real.
Yeah, and I think I'm actually very excited that it's giving us an excuse to do all the sleep stuff. I think low power is really hard to do easily, and I think we can actually like our goal is to make things easy. And because so much of what we do under the hood is dynamic, we should actually be able to do sleep pretty well easily for you, instead of requiring you to like think about it yourself. So I'm excited. Yeah. It's going to be really interesting to see how well we can do with that.
This is cool stuff. All right. Well, tune in tonight for MagTag debut on Ask an Engineer. And Scott, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, now Pedro.
Pedro, what you got going on?
Hey, folks. Oh, man, I'm so excited for that clock. Jeez. All right. So go to the overhead. Right. So update to the Raspberry Pi high quality camera case. We now have the Braincraft on there. running TensorFlow. So this is the really cool example that Lamar and Melissa had going. So it's running the object recognition demo on here. So we have the little PyCam on there, and it might look a little different. We updated the case because you know how we do right after releasing the project. We don't let the feature creep get us. So Noah did a nice little acrylic case on the front and on the back. And then just do a quick little demo here. I really like how like good it is at like detecting like spherical objects. So see if this works. How close do I have to be to this?
That's right. Good ball. Yeah.
This one is what impressed me the most. Hey,
what about the pumpkin?
Oh yeah, that was supposed to be the next one.
Larger round thing.
We thought it was a pumpkin too, but maybe it
tricked us. It's really what is this?
It's not wrong.
Right. So it's really specific. I really like how, because my favorite apple is the Honey Crisp. So I always got to make sure that those are identified correctly.
Now you know.
Right. Yeah. And then
you gotta be in the mood for them. You know what I mean? Like
my kid likes those. They're too sour.
When I was a kid, I loved Granny Smiths, but now I don't. I liked sweet stuff more when I was a kid, but now I like sweet apples and I like sour apples. Who knows?
So we'll try to see if we can get our dog Rufio here. He's in the mix.
You do that okay.
Yeah, you should.
No.
This is a good idea.
He's like, what's going on?
Hey, no. What are you? What kind of dog are you?
We know what kind of dog he is.
Machine learning is you have to wrangle the pets.
All right, so what are you? Oh, no.
He wants to play.
He's excited. He wants to play.
Doug has a very specific idea about privacy policies.
Yeah. there he is.
Let's see right there.
Yay! We did it! That's the hardest thing we've done all day.
Yeah, so
it's
like a Saluki breed. And what's great is we got some like DNA, you know, the dog DNA test things, and it was saying he was a Chihuahua, which is like, okay, guys.
What is is it Saluki the closest thing?
That's what it is. Saluki, Saluki, like the mini Saluki, is I think what they're called. It's mixed with a Labrador, I think, or something, whatever.
Cute.
Yeah. So we sent you guys once. You can play around with it. It works with both the high quality cam and the regular camera. So you have like both the mounts for that. Oh, we're not even showing it. There it is. So yeah, we have different mounts for that, and this is what it looks like if you just want to 3D print it. Of course, put the SVGs up there if you want to laser cut it or CNC it. And we have the whole kit up there. And I think the Braincrafts are still in stock, so you can pick one up.
Yeah, we made a whole bunch of them. So yeah, people can pick them up, and we'll do a project pack with like the camera and everything. But more projects are on the way. I saw like more people are doing machine learning projects with Raspberry Pi. So
what would be so cool is like running Octoprint on there, and it could like detect if like your print fails or something. So
what does that print look like?
There is no easier way to do machine learning. We finally got there. So this is a great place to start.
I think you
detect spaghetti or something. Yeah.
All right, we'll be playing this video tonight.
And spaghetti.
Thanks, folks. Bye.
All right, take down, Pedro.
Okay.
All right, Colin, what you got going on this week?
Hey, sorry, I was distracted. I just want to hear it say cookie sometime. I got to try that out. But I got stuff going on this week besides wanting to hear AI say dessert names. We're all talking about yield magtag, and actually I was just working with the same display that's used in this little guy. That 2.9 inch grayscale capable EPD I was just experimenting with because maybe I'm putting the cart before the horse. I put another video out this week, the Think Inc. Video, a little short one, about 60 seconds long as they have been, about how tricolor EPDs work. And that was fun to do. And so we're continuing with that. And so we're all set with tricolors for now. So I was getting a closer look at how these grayscales look close up under the microscope. And if I could switch again here, because I gotta chain as many camera connections as I possibly can here up. And
even if you actually got it direct.
All right.
Yeah. Well, if I could do a quick reset so you can get the idea. You can actually see the texture of the plastic of the cover on the screen, top of the film.
Yeah.
Okay.
So interesting. Yeah, you can actually see it's mixing the white and black particles to make.
Yeah, and I was just surprised at how convincing the light gray really is. I can't, of course, find this light gray is like, I can't really see clusters of black pigments like I can with the dark gray. It's very good. I thought it'd be more obvious, how it was just, like sort of micro dithered, if you will. But yeah, it's really good.
Cool.
So taking a closer look at that. More info to come. And yeah. So check out the YouTubes and the Instagrams. And I'll see y'all again soon.
We'll play that video soon.
Yep. We have your video that's gonna be on tonight.
Oh, right. How convenient.
All right. Thanks so much, Colin.
Thank you, Colin.
Thanks.
All right. Next up, I'm really excited about this. Brent has been working on a bunch of Adafruit IO stuff. So we're going to talk about it a little bit tonight to Ask an Engineer, but there's no better person to tell us what's new and updated right now.
Hello. Yeah. So we recently rolled out a new Adafruit IO UI update with the focus of making it easier to use. So what does that mean? We increased the size of some of the fonts. We stopped you from digging into the menus, like to create a feed, you'd have to go into a drop down. And then we also added some more options and some really nice things. So I'll show you a few things really quickly. So the homepage of Adafruit IO is now your dashboard page. It was previously like your profile, which wasn't too useful, but now you can go straight into your dashboards. The feed page has also been overhauled, so you can create a new feed really easily. It's one click. And you can also create a new group. It's another click. And then all of your feeds, like I have a ton of feeds.
I know, dude, what's going on here?
Look, you work on Adafruit IO
Not
for like
only
2
are you,
years, and
yeah,
you have all these feeds. But
not only are you a user,
these are like
you're
every
the number one user.
And you can see how long you used it, because some are like 2-year-old feeds.
2-year-old projects, right?
Yeah.
Like when I wrote stuff. So I have all my feeds. This is your default feed group. But if you're building something like a weather station, you want to add a humidity feed, pressure, temperature, or whatever sensors you have. So now all of the groups are separated from each other and visually different, which is really nice.
I like that the key is right there, so you can see the key and the value and the work. It's very concise.
Yeah, it's definitely much better than it was before. Triggers, there's also been some updates. You can create a trigger way easier. There's a button, and then there's another button that lets you do reactive or schedule trigger. And schedule is like this new advanced cron job. So you could do it daily, weekly, monthly, or even yearly. And instead of having an RTC or relying on your board's timer, you can actually just pull from Adafruit IO. So dashboards are the main thing that changed.
Wow, it looks so good.
They look really different now. The colors are much more bold. They're easier to see. I'm colorblind, so they're actually much easier for me to see.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, I know that Tyler, who did a lot of the design, he used a lot of these like testers that go through your color and contrast to make sure that they're really legible.
Yeah, I haven't had an issue since it's been updated. I didn't have an issue previously, but now I definitely don't have an issue. We also have a dark mode now. Like Adafruit IO was previously on a dark mode, and all these colors were blue. But now they're all green and they're much more legible. The fonts are larger, as I said. It's a lot nicer, and you can flip between on and off.
This is great.
And if everything on Adafruit IO is privacy sensitive, so by default, everything that you put on Adafruit IO, everything you share is yours. But you can click a button and make all of the feeds connected to the dashboard public as well. And then if you're using this, you would go to io.adafruit.com and you can sign in with your Adafruit username. And if you have an issue with this, you would go to the Adafruit forums, which are at the top, go to the Adafruit IO subforum, and we have a thread for feedback and issues. And you can see we're actually, Justin's in this and adding to it, and there are actually some features that I just showed off that weren't on it this morning. And if you're encountering an issue or a bug, or you have some feedback like, oh, I think this color should be this color. So just head over to the forums.
Yeah, we're doing red lines now. We like to ship and then fix, of course, but we don't want to delay and delay. We want to get it out there. So if you see issues or bugs, just politely let us know, and we'll probably be able to fix it in a day or two. A business day or two. Just be cool, because like we did a lot of work on it, and we'll get to it. And we did a lot of testing, but we may not have tested absolutely everything. So that's what our users are so helpful with.
Yeah, definitely let us know.
Okay, cool.
All right, thank you so much, Brent. And I'll have some stuff on site tonight's Ask an Engineer.
Sounds good.
Thank you so
See
much.
guys.
Oh, thanks, Brett. All right, next up, JP. And JP's display.
That's me, and that's
Wow.
my thing, my little mag tag right there. Yeah. So I too have been playing around with these. Like we were talking about, Scott was saying, I've been going through and kind of figuring out some of the details of how the graphics work, which is something I like to do with these things as I'm approaching them. So right now, what I'm working on is a little bit of a slideshow, sort of a simple slideshow player. And on the mag tag, we've got 4 buttons down here. We've also got 4 neopixels. So I started playing around with those, like just being able to use a button to turn the lights on and off for fun. And also to give me a little indication when I hit the next button that it's loading an image up. So there's that that sort of delay there. You know what's going on. So here's the Adafruit logo, just done sort of Apple, old school Apple logo style with the 4 shades we have of white, dark gray, light gray, and black. And then this is a version of it where I've done some dithering to the same sort of grayscale. Instead of white, I'm doing some dithering, but again with 4 sort of real colors to work with plus dithering, you get some fairly smooth looking graphics, which is nice. Also using them, I kind of like these sort of flat colors that we can use. That's just something you wouldn't really be able to do with dithering, is to do that sort of nice medium gray that's a flat color and a little bit of stroke on there.
Cell shading.
Yeah, I think exploring those kinds of images will look good. Here's a head cut image, which is that New York or Wall Street Journal rather.
That's really good.
That is great.
Which I think those will look really great on this. And this is this upcoming president guy that I thought, I'm sure there's a woodcut for him because he's been in the public eye for long enough. And a side note, I actually saw that Wall Street Journal has been working with some researchers on auto-generating these. Right now, I think they employ 4 illustrators who do these by hand, but they've been working on algorithms to try to speed that process up.
I think the Raspberry Pi got stippled, didn't it?
Did it?
Yeah, the Arduino. I think there was some maker board that got the stippling.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working on, is both sort of simple slideshow code as well as this mind-blowing dithering with the 4 colors there from there.
That's great. All right. Well, nobody knows graphics like JP, so.
Yeah, come on to the show tomorrow, and I'll be showing more of this stuff and some of the techniques I'm using and ways that you can approach putting stuff on here, as well as just having fun exploring the mag tag. Is particularly effective are these magnets. I have this on a steel plate here, and I had to put down a piece of felt so that I could.
No, they're really strong.
Bang! That actually lifts a 1-pound steel plate.
I know.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the extremes instead of like, well, the magnet should be really strong, or I really want it to like hold up things. Now it's gonna be like the magnets are too strong.
Too strong. It's dangerous pulling things apart.
All right.
Thanks so
Thank you,
much,
JP. All right, next up, I can get to a couple people. Liz, you want to take a minute or two?
Yeah, we could speed round everybody here. So if everyone can keep it to like a minute, we can get to everyone. Hey, Liz.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
So I have an Arduino. It's kind of dark for scale, but this is the Party Parrot now on 232 by 64 matrices. Kind of building on what I was doing last week with porting Blink and Jump. So right now it's the same 32 by 32 bitmap that I'd made for the smaller display, scaled up to twice its size. So that's why it's a little bit more blocky. But I was very excited to get this working. That was kind of a big thing for me last week. So just thought I'd share.
Okay.
Right on. And
thank you,
Liz.
Thank
Liz.
you, Party Parrot.
No problem. Have a good one.
All
right. My bad, Party Parrot.
Next up, we're going to go to Natasha. Hello, Natasha. Oops.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
I know
Thanks for
about
having me.
this
Ooh,
project.
nice.
Yeah, I've seen this price out. I think you were tweeting about this.
What is going on here? What is
Yeah,
this?
so if you guys watch the VMAs, this is an element from Lady Gaga's, I don't know if you can see that. This is from the VMA costume. That was my Halloween costume this year.
We have a fun side story about this, just to add to it. So the person who made this for Lady Gaga used to work at Adafruit. So that is
that's so cool.
So by the way, this is like one of the things that we really like to see. So we have people that have worked at Adafruit, and then they like doing what they did so much, they started a company that just uses, well, they use more than Adafruit stuff, but it's a lot of Adafruit stuff. They use Adafruit stuff, and they use that for props and for movies and for more. And the cool thing is, being able to see that makes someone else want to make something. And that's exactly what happened. So anyways, side note.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was so much fun because actually I'm usually the designer of things. So this time I was actually just replicating what I saw. And it was so great because this was actually my first LED matrix. So I was able to jump in and find your GFX library and install it. And it was my first time using, I got the Itsy Bitsy M4 in there. So I was just like, bam, bam, bam. And all of the guides were great. And it was so cool. And
it looked perfect.
Yeah, it works.
It's a real thing.
Works, yeah. So, and people are just messaging me all the time wondering what this giant display of bright LEDs is. So, I've been sharing that out as well.
Nice work.
Well, excellent work. And if you build something else, let us know because we'll help get the word out and more. But excellent work. When I saw you posting this, I'm just like, I hope I get to meet this person because there's a cool backstory about this. James' company is Smooth Technology. And they're based out of Rhode Island and Adafruit alumni.
Okay.
So cool.
Don't forget to pick up Techno Chic kits, which we have now in the Adafruit shop. They're in stock.
That is
Lady Gaga inspired.
I was going to say.
Not Lady Gaga inspired. It's unicorn horn.
Yeah, and tonight we'll have those on in the new product section. So congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. This has been great.
It's all worked out. Okay. Nice to meet you in the digital.
You too.
All right. Next up, we're going to get to everyone. We're going to go to Andrew and then David and then Lolly, but
take a minute.
Definitely running out of time this week. So Andrew, take it away.
Hello. How's it going? Let me just plug in my thing here. It's I've got a weather station. It's based on the Feather Huzzah ESP32. It's just booting up, doing its thing. I worked with limitations. I'm using your 12 volt, the 20 LED. It's just running through its warm up thing right now, but it's the ESP32. It's running the it's running a web client and a web server, so it's going out fetching outside weather. It's also using two environmental sensors, the SGP30, and I'm using a cheap the AM2320 just for the, I just had it on hand for the temperature and pressure. It's kind of hard to see, but what I'm doing is running the inside temperature here and outside down this column. If I get a little close, you can kind of see a little better, but it runs some animations.
It's like red to blue.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see here, but it looks like a thermometer. And it kind of shows you the difference between the inside and outside temperature. That's the real goal of this thing. It's not accurate. I made sure there's no markings. There's nothing. I just left it plain. That was kind of the purpose. It does a couple of animations. You won't see any of those, but if the humidity gets too high, it'll start running a drip animation on the inside or the outside, depending on those temperatures. And it's a lot of fun just playing with that. Limitations are great, and I've got a web page now that I can access and get the exact temperature, but I really like the SGP30 and that environmental sensor. It's fun. I got some glitches going on. It's got some neon kind of twitch, but thank you.
Okay, thank you, Andrew.
Thanks so much, Andrew.
I love this, the beauty of the woodwork. Thank you for coming by the project and post it up, and we'll blog it because it's a cool project.
All right, we're going to go to David and then Lolly, but you only have 30 seconds each.
Go fast.
Take it away, David.
Okay. So this is a timestamp taker for the meeting on the Monday, the Circuit Python meeting. So what you do is just press the button and it will put the timestamp. And then you go to the next line and you press the button and take a timestamp. And when the meeting starts, you press on this button and it goes to 0.
Perfect.
That is super handy.
That's really handy.
So you can use the clue as a keyboard, everybody.
But a timing keyboard.
All right. Thank you so much, David. And you timestamped it correctly.
And you timed your discussion. All right.
All right, Lolly, you got 30 seconds. Play us out.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
yeah, real quick, the Scout makes a Azul board. So I essentially made a tester and a programmer. So using OpenOCD with the Raspberry Pi, we run the bootloader on this. So made a little test jig. Obviously, you can use a J-Link to do that. Not going to go super in depth into it for time's sake. Just real quick, the tutorials I used, the Adafruit OpenOCD tutorial and this one by Rotortron. I'll post it up a link to these in the YouTube video once I post it. So that's it.
I'm so glad. I write those guides for myself and future selves of me, and that's you. So
this is amazing. I follow this, and a combo of this too. I managed to get it to work, and absolutely
awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lolly, and thank you everyone for joining us this week. Looks like YouTube was historically down during this time period.
Yeah, look at how much work everybody got done.
Yeah, so that's one way to get rid of all the misinformation. YouTube, shut it down. We'll see everybody on Ask an Engineer. Don't forget, we're on all the other networks like Twitch and LinkedIn and Facebook and Periscope and all that. But we're also here every single week at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for making this the best half an hour of this week. Please, everybody, stay safe. Let's just get to January together. See you on Ask an Engineer in a few minutes.